Hello everyone, Coleman X here, and welcome back to Mega March. Ruby Spears Mega Man. Oh man, that was a show that I adored as a kid. I think that was actually my gateway to the series. I'm pretty sure a friend of mine showed me Ruby Spears and Mega Man X at around the same time, so I'm gonna count it. Anyway, this was a show that I tried to catch as much as possible, but by the time I knew about it, it was already in syndication, and it had a really inconsistent time slot, so I probably lost track of when it, would air. And that was a shame, because I think I mostly saw the first season, but then years later on my friend's internet, because we didn't have internet, I saw that there was actually an episode that had Mega Man X. I was like, oh my god. This is the coolest thing that's ever happened. I would just look at these screenshots, I'm like, dude, he's like huge and he's buff, like look at him, he looks so cool. But at that time I was like, okay, I'm never gonna see this episode, it might as well not even exist. But then a little while later, in the early 2000s I want to say, there was this blog on the Fox Family channel called Made in Japan, and I saw that it was showing the Mega Man cartoon. It's kind of funny since it's an American cartoon, but the character's Japanese, so I guess it counts. I just was happy to be able to watch Mega Man again. I didn't have any of the home releases or anything, so this was my only shot. And I think it was on Sunday mornings. So each Sunday I would have my VCR set so I could record the episodes, because I'm not getting up at like 6 a.m. or whatever. I remember checking each week, and each episode was kind of familiar. It was nothing new, it was no Mega X, and eventually I just kind of gave up on that one ever showing up. But then there was that fateful morning when I wake up and I check the tape, watch the amazing Super Fighting Robot opening, and then see that title card. Boom, Mega X. Boom, jaw hit the floor. I didn't know what to expect, and I was so into it. I watched it and I was like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. And I was so excited. I brought the tape over to my friend's house, the one that introduced me to Mega Man, and then we watched it together. Immediately followed by, you still watch this? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, how can you not think this is the coolest thing ever? So it was really cool finally getting to see that episode, because I had given up on ever seeing it. This was the before times when you could find anything online, and where all these older shows had easy home releases. Like this was, if you missed the at-home tapes or the early DVDs, then you were just out of luck. And I'm just really thankful that I got to see that episode, and it made such a fun memory, It was definitely my favorite episode. Still probably is my favorite episode. That one and Brainbot are like the best ones. I gotta wonder if I was the only one that had this like huge experience with finally seeing this one episode of a cartoon show. But I really thought I would never get to see it, so it's nice that it turned out the way it did. Is Mega X your favorite episode? I think it's pretty likely that it might be. But let me know. Mega March is still going, so thank you for sticking around, and I will see you next time.